What's up, guys? Christian here, Sunstone Insurance Group. I hope you're having a great day. Hey, the number one rule for being successful in sales, I don't care if it's insurance sales, if you're a realtor, mortgage broker, financial advisor, whatever you are. Even if you're a doctor or an attorney, guess what? You're in sales too. You need to get clients. You need to have a good reputation. You need to sell the patient on getting that crown for $5,000. Okay, you're in sales too. Regardless of what your profession is, the number one rule to be successful in sales is you need to have the right mindset. Okay? Now, people talk about mindset all the time. It's almost cliche, be positive, think happy thoughts. But mindset is much more than that. Okay, mindset means when you have an appointment, let's say you're in sales like I am, let's say you're in the insurance profession. When you have an appointment and maybe things don't go your way, all right, maybe you come across some objections you don't know how to handle. Maybe the client gives you a really hard time. Whatever the situation, when you're in the wrong mindset, you're going to think thoughts like, well, that person's difficult to work with. He can't make a decision. That person's cheap. That person doesn't know what he's doing anyways. You see, you start going down this path of negativity and blame. And you never want to blame anyone. You want to take full responsibility for every situation. So how can you take responsibility for a client that can't make up their mind or maybe appears to be cheap? Well, you change the dialect in your brain. And instead of thinking those thoughts, you think, how can this be done? How can I help him come to a good decision? How can I make him understand this is a good investment? And when you start thinking in terms of how can this be done, instead of blaming other people for why things don't work out, what happens then is you open the doors to creativity, and you open the doors to really expanding on your full potential, because now you have an opportunity to do something about it, to improve or to change or to learn more. You open up possibilities. When you're in the wrong mindset and you're blaming or you're complaining, you limit yourself. You're closing the door to your growth. You're closing the door to expansion, and you're staying in the same place. You're staying small. So you want to expand, and you want to always think in terms of what can I have done differently? How can I get the client to see my point of view? How can I change their perspective? How can I help them make a good decision? All right. And so in order to do that, you need to be in a good state of mind. And this is something that you have to remind yourself about daily, because it's very easy to get caught up in our day-to-day routine, and then we lose track of our mindset, we lose track of our attitude, and we can end up being in a negative attitude. Once you're in a negative attitude, if you're in sales, you have to stop what you're doing and fix your attitude, because when you are in a negative attitude, nothing will go your way that day. Nothing. So there's almost no point to continue working. You might as well just take the day off and go to the beach if you're in a negative attitude, frankly. But in all seriousness, though, that is the number one rule if you want to be successful in sales. You need to have the right mindset. This is something that you have to remind yourself every morning before you start your day, after you wake up, before you start making your phone calls, before you start going on appointments. Check yourself. Say, hey, where am I at right now? Am I in a good attitude? Am I in a good mindset? Do I have a great attitude right now? If not, give yourself a great attitude, all right? Because you can control that. And once you have the right mindset, then start your day. And check yourself throughout the day, because it is very easy to forget. This is like a muscle. It's a habit that you have to build on. So until you practice this daily, this attitude thing, the mindset, until you practice it every single day, you're going to forget and you're going to slip up. Everyone does. But if you practice this every day and you remind yourself every morning, hey, before I start my day, rule number one, most important thing, if I want to have a successful day today, rule number one is I have to make sure I'm in a good place mentally. I have a great attitude. I have a can-do attitude. I'm positive. I'm enthusiastic. And then you can start your day, and then you're going to have great success. But without that, forget about it. So guys, hope this helps. Maybe it's something that you've already known about. I'm sure you've probably heard this before, but there are many different layers to this mindset principle, and we will dive more into it in future videos. Now, how you can set yourself up in the best possible position to have a great attitude, that's a whole nother video I'll talk about, because there are certain things that you can do daily to ensure that you are setting yourself up for the best possible position. So you're most likely to have energy, a great attitude. All right, there's things that you need to do for that. Again, that's going to be another video. Guys, thanks for tuning in. Hope everyone has a great day, and we'll talk to you soon. Take care, guys.